Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Captain Cuz 6951 and this is going to be my entry to the Rambler 69 Appreciation build hosted by Jeff's Model Garage. This is 66 Olds 442. The reason why I have this car is because it was one of the cars I owned before I owned the Chevelle. I actually had two 66s and one 67. The reason why I had so many of these cars is because I kept blowing the engines up. They had excuse me, all three of them had the 455 engines in them, and they just didn't like the rev. And I was just using my small block Chevys that had high revs and stuff like that. Anyhow, I kept blowing these cars up. My car was not a W30. It was a 442. It was a 4-speed with 411 gears. It was my daily driver, so I couldn't do very much with it. Anyhow, I used to have fun on weekends with it, on Friday nights and Saturday nights, go to a local hamburger joint and pick a race with somebody. Anyhow, let's see what's in this box. Like I said, it's a 66 Olds 442. It is a 125th scale, and it's a 2-in-1. And it's funny, on the side here, they show this car right here. It's the exact color of two of my 66s were that color. The 67 was like a red rust color. Looks like it's got a real cool engine in here. Nice wheels. Let's see what else we got. Side cover. I don't know if I'm going to paint it that color. I don't know if I'm going to put all the chrome on it. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to build this yet. But I had not done a custom vehicle, so that might be on the agenda for this one. Anyhow, let's take the cover off and let's see what's inside the box. So, I already opened this up to actually check and make sure I had the parts here. We got our instructions and our legend down here. AMT is the company, and of course they're going to start with the engine. So steps 1 and 2. Again, a lot of detail on these engine parts. I'm just amazed at all the detail that's on here. Power steering pump, the air conditioning compressor. This looks like, I'm trying to see. I'm looking at this manifold here, and that looks like it might be 3 carburetors, like a 3-deuce setup. I'll have to see when I get to the engine on it. That'd be pretty interesting. That's pretty cool. Again, I'm seeing the dashboard here. It looks like it's got all the pedals on it, just like all the others. Separate chassis frame, the floor pan, console, shifter. Alright. Well, I'm going to be an expert on these cars by the time I finish all these models. So, like I said, I already took this out, and I'm pretty sure that this cross member is going to have to come out of here. Otherwise, I don't think... Yeah, it does. It says it right on there. It says remove. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. Anyhow, it does say remove in there. So, molded in door handles. The side vents are molded in. Looks like I'm not going to have a choice with this belt molding. Belt molding is going to be there. Windshield wipers molded in. The top fan shroud is molded in. Body looks in pretty good shape though. I don't see any. See some scratches back here. I'm going to have to polish that out. Otherwise, that looks pretty good. Alright, here's the chassis rails. I like these kits that have these chassis rails. It makes the model look so much more realistic. Here's the hood, got a little bit of sprue on there. I don't think it'll fit with that sprue there. Oops. Yeah. All right. Pull up pan. Seats. I like how the seats come in two pieces too, because this way it's easier to paint them. And I believe my seats were the outside blue plus the dark blue. I don't remember exactly, but that's probably the colors I'm going to do it if I decide to do the blue. Exhaust, differential, complete. Oh no, it's not even complete. I got to do the rear. Drive shaft. Here's the rear of that. Steering column. I'm really impressed with these kits, guys. Like I said, the last time I did a car kit, I was probably 12 years old. The steering column with the turn signal switch on there. Battery with the hole down. Jeez Louise. Console. Here's the engine, firewall, oil pan, exhaust manifolds. If I was to customize this, I'd see if I could find a Chevy engine to put in here. Because in these years, pretty much everything was pretty much swappable. In fact, I had done a three-way differential swap with a couple of friends of mine. One had a GTO and the other had another Pontiac. So it was two Pontiacs and my Oldsmobile. And all we did was drop the whole. Where did I put that thing? Is it on here? Anyhow, we dropped the whole differential assembly out, axles and all, in each car. We just put it on jacks and rolled them out around to each other and put them back in. And that was that. Anyhow, I don't know what these parts are. These look like those are exhaust. They look like exhaust pipes. Front suspension. I am impressed with all these parts. Door panels, rear seat, tires. Oh, it's already got the inserts in there. Huh. Okay. Alright, so here's some springs. Alright, so anyhow, this is my entry. I believe we have until February. Let me check my paperwork here. I think it's February 14th. I wrote it down somewhere. Anyhow, it's from now till February 14th, I believe. I'll have to check the paperwork. As I'm doing the video, I'll find it and I'll put it down there. Anyhow, so this will be another fun car build. I am pretty far along on my daughter's Camaro. So, anyhow, alright, so let's see what happens with this kit. Talk to you guys later, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, your questions, comments, input, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all, folks. Captain Cuz 6951 out for now.